Zoom recording. Okay, so this is Lindsey Moncrief. She's the one with the purple hair. Did I say your last name right, Lindsey?
Yeah.
Okay. Lindsey is a coach on my friend Addie's team, and Lindsey has been in the business, like actively really working the business since, when would you say? Last September. And I've seen a big shift in her posting really the last 90 days and then significantly in the last 60 days. There was a switch that was flipped with Lindsey. I'm curious to know what it is. I definitely did notice it when it started popping up in my news feed, and I know she's been hitting Success Club. I know she's been setting goals of hitting Diamond and making this, a legit full-time income. So I am just gonna let her take the whole thing, and you let me know if you need like rights to screen share or anything like that. I'm happy to do it, or if you want me to go to your page so they can see what you're up to. So
Sure.
All right, take it away.
All right, like Kate said, I'm just going to go into a little bit about me so you know who I am. I do have some notes that I wrote at 5 o'clock this morning, so I'm kind of proud of myself for that. So I'm married, 3 years. I have 2 cats, 2 dogs, a horse. We just moved in a little bitty town called Lintner. And I've been a coach, like Kate said, since September. So that's just a little bit about me. I've been into health and fitness pretty much since I was right out of high school. But, as you get out of school, you're trying to figure out what the heck you want to do. And then you turn 21 and you kind of just go a little crazy. And I noticed a change in myself then, and I wanted to make things better for myself, but I did not have the accountability. So I fell in love with health and fitness when I got into an accountability group, an active accountability group, and just that was a game changer for me in wanting to be a coach. So with my posting, I've kind of narrowed it down into these little groups that I have. So the main 2 things that I will talk about when I post is the coaching opportunity and joining an online accountability group. Basically, those are the only 2 things that I post about unless I need or think that I want to post about interacting, which is mainly just like a statement or a question. Sometimes I don't even post a picture with it, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I still get a lot of interaction out there on those posts. And I always start with a story. Like, I remember when, Sunday would come around and I would stress about going to work. I would get anxious. I would be grumpy all day. And, and then I tell them about now and what I like to do or what I'm doing tomorrow and how that makes me feel, and let them know that I'm here to chat if you need help. 98% of the posts that I put on there is an open-ended question like that, so people know. If you don't follow Haley Christian, you need to do so. I get most of my inspiration from her posts. If I'm not really sure on what to do, I always remember to try to lead it back with a story. And I can't read my own writing here. Use words that create interest. I realize that if I take Shakeology, Beachbody on Demand, Energize, and just use small words or superfoods, pre-workout, 30-minute at-home workouts, it kind of brings in this interest where they're like, well, what is your pre-workout? Or what workout are you doing? What is superfoods? And they'll either send me a direct message or they comment on my post. And then I tag them that I'm going to message them.
Are you doing most of this on Instagram?
Both.
Both? Same post, same place?
Yep.
What are you seeing the most interaction with? Is it pretty even?
It's Instagram, really. Instagram is where I get majority of my likes and comments, and so I reach out to them daily. And then the last thing that I feel like has made a huge difference is emojis. Like seriously, because you can use, like if you're nervous or if you're excited or if you're just, working out, I feel like the emojis really add value to your post because it kind of, people are all about emojis these days. And that's the one thing that I definitely have done a lot of is the emojis. And sometimes it's just random ones. Sometimes it's ones on how I feel or what I'm doing. Sometimes the emoji can represent a certain word that I'm saying. So that's probably the big one. But is using emojis and then always ending with a, do you want to join, or I'm here to chat type of thing.
Okay. Talk to us about your picture taking. Talk to us about how that has evolved since September and what you look for. How long does it take you to take the right picture? How, just kind of walk us through your process.
Sure. Natural lighting. So I always tend to go next to a window, usually like a straight out shot, sometimes angled, like if I have superfoods in my hand so they can kind of see that. Typically, I used to be really, really particular, like staging photos on how I wanted them to look. But now I basically just take a selfie and just share a completely different story than what my picture is based on, if that makes sense. Like I used to try to match my pictures with my words, and now I just have the picture and a story to go along with it, if that's what you mean.
So you're basically just, the words don't have to go with the visual. It's
right.
It's just a good picture of you versus like a staged picture, like if the post is about meal prep, like you don't actually have to be meal prepping in the picture.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And I can show you one that I've used if you want me to. Okay. How the heck do I get out of this? Ha. I'm no good at technology. If I can't figure out in a few minutes, that one was kind of one. See, I feel like this one, I let everyone know that I was home and that I was alive. It was nice to take a break from people and just chilling. You can see that I have my superfoods right here, and there's nothing in there that says drinking my vanilla Shakeology with peanut butter. And this one, I think it just got the likes because of his face. I'm going to go down to my purple-haired one where I announced it. This one, I'm not sure if it got a lot of likes on it because of my hair color, but, my post talks about that I never would have done this before when having a full-time job, because I used to work in insurance for a year. And, just knowing myself, there was absolutely no way that I would walk into work one day with purple hair. Like my boss probably would have been like, get out, get fired, or, something like that. And so, I kind of just shared that I can't believe that I did this. This is what coaching has let me do, or being my own boss. Talk about the webinar. So just, I feel like small things like that, if you can just relate to a story or, something in the past, that it can really open up a lot of conversation or let them know more about what you're doing without just word vomiting all over them about it.
Okay, so now how has the posting led to more conversations? Talk to us about that.
Really, the conversations will go, sorry, bad lighting, into who likes the post and if I've already had a conversation with them. So it kind of just depends on what the post is and who has liked it or hasn't liked it, because you're going to find those people that are still constantly liking your stuff and you feel like you talk to them all the time and you're not getting any new people. So that kind of just depends. I mean, I've had more conversations of it, and if I do messages, I relate to that picture. Like, I can't believe that I colored my hair purple. Like, I was so nervous, and I told people that, and since that day, I've been having ongoing conversations with these people, so it's helped in that way, but I wouldn't say that I have had more conversations just because of how I post. If that makes sense.
A little bit. I think that because you can actually start a conversation based on, different things that you're doing. I mean, you're literally, you changed your hair color and made it, almost a business move.
Yeah.
Like that's what our business is. Our businesses are our daily lives, and you're opening that up more and taking more risk with that. Not saying that everybody needs to go out and get purple hair, because that's not happening up here. So I wouldn't expect that from anybody else. But no, I just feel like the posting that you're doing is, I just feel like you're just so much more open. Like I know you more, even though we've literally talked like this much.
Yeah.
Right? Like we don't talk all the time at all.
That's the other thing, is that sometimes, like, even if someone doesn't like your post and you see them out in public, they talk to me like they truly know who I am. And I guess that comes into play, that I'm kind of I turned into this open book, and when I first started on this, I was super shy. I didn't know what to post. I seen other coaches posting all of these pictures and getting 30 to 40 likes or 200 likes over on Instagram. And it's like, what am I doing that they're not doing? What are they doing that I'm not doing? And I think it was just that they've started being more open. That's what I've started to do, is just be more open.
Why?
Getting out of the comfort zone, I guess. I just realized that those things, what everyone else was doing, was not working for me. And so I kind of just flipped around and started doing things the way I would like to do them instead of what everyone else is doing.
I want to go into that a little bit deeper. Did you do any kind of trainings? Did you follow different coaches? Did you unfollow certain coaches? Like how did you make that switch? Because I know that it's so easy in this business to do what your coach tells you to do, and then it stops working because you're running out of your warm market is basically what happens. And then it seems like, what led you to make these changes? Not just, did you get fed up? Were you just having no new people?
It was a little bit of all of that, really. When you follow these top coaches, like Raina, Amy, Lindsay Matway, you kind of just want to follow in their footsteps and do what they're doing. But, like I said, sometimes what's worked for them may not work for me, or it may not work for Kate. And I guess when you say that I kind of got tired of it, I did. I kind of I know that I want more. So in order to be more, I have to do more and, really step outside of the comfort zone and post things that I'm a little uncomfortable with posting, and, share my story every single day, how I've changed, just small things like that we don't think about posting, or I never used to.
And specifically, what would those be?
Well, for me, a 9-to-5 job that I did not like. I would wake up, in the mornings completely stressed out about my day that hasn't even started yet. I would get to work and all I would think about is that I wanted to just leave. And I knew that I wanted more. And this opportunity has given me that thus far.
And then did you do any, like, did you start you started following Haley Christensen? Did you start following other coaches that have kind of inspired you to, go the emoji route, go the more storytelling, go the open question route? Like, who are some people that we can write down that are kind of, on your, your vision board?
There is Amber. I don't know how to say her last name. Lanier. I'll find them. Let's see. Her name is Danica Lauren. She's very open about her posts. If you have her on Instagram and watch her stories, she's very open. Danny Hopkins, she's on Instagram. Follow her a lot. Those are the main ones. And I search them a lot. Like, if I don't know what I'm going to post, or if I just feel kind of stuck and need a little bit of thought, I go to their pages and kind of just see what they're posting about and write it down, and either come up with a story about one of those things, or at least remember to write a story about one of those things to post later. So.
What are your posting times? Have they evolved? Are they the same as they were back in September? Are you posting more often? Are you posting less often?
I'm actually posting less. I was trying to post about 5 to 6 times a day, and with changing my posts into more of a story, I feel like I post when I can bring value. I used to just try to post just because I needed to make a post, and I got really, really stressed out about it. I didn't know what to post. Like, even with the little guide that we have on what to post and when to post, I just felt overwhelmed. Like, I felt like that every single day that I needed a plan on what I was going to post, and my mind cannot do that. So if I take a selfie, like, before I leave the house and I have a story that goes with it, then I'll post it when about 2 or 3 hours go by after my last post. That's typically my range, is anywhere between 2 to 3 hours, depending on what I'm doing. So, because I have this, and then I work at the YMCA 3 or 4 times a week, and then I clean houses on the side as well. So while I want this to be my full-time gig, I have to still bring in money for my family.
And so with having, those 3 posts a day they're basically all call to action posts, right?
Yeah.
They're either a challenge group call to action, or they're a coach call to action. And you are literally, like, just throwing that out there 3 times a day. So you're getting more bites on that than you were with just, like, I posted that damn question about fireworks, like, so you don't put any of that kind of stuff out there anymore?
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
Mm-mm. For me, it just felt like that I wasn't like, they were great interaction posts, but I didn't feel like that I was bringing any value to people that I really wanted to bring, for people who really want to lose 5 to 15 pounds in a month, or they really want to quit their full-time job. Those are the people that I want to find. I want to change their lives more than a small post that's going to maybe bring in 5 or 6 likes or no. You know what I mean? Like, when I sat down and I thought about it, I thought, okay, well, if I really take the time and come up with the story, so people can understand how I feel or how I felt, will connect more.
All right, talk about your storytelling process. So you start your day, like say you start your day at like 6 a.m. or maybe even 5 a.m. and you go in and teach a class. Obviously, you're probably not posting at 5 a.m., right? Because you got to get your shit together. You go through your class and you're like, okay, it's 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. What are you gonna post?
So I will use today as an example because I get up at 4 on Mondays to go to the Y at 5:15. Typically, I don't get home until about 10:30. Drink my Energize, post either about what I'm getting ready to do and how my morning has been so far. I'll say, it's been a crazy morning already, but I wouldn't change it for anything. If you're having a case of the Mondays, maybe you should talk about the coaching opportunity with me. Something along those lines. Probably not all that, but that's a Monday post. Usually like a Wednesday, I'll do like a happy hump day. How's your week going so far? I talk to people like they're standing in front of me is how I try to think of it. Like the one today was about getting ready to do my workout. Hey, I'm getting ready to run this test group. Do you want to join? Like, I feel like if you say specifically, do you want to join? People either yes or no or like, and then if they like it, I take that as a way to ask. Thank you for liking my post. Are you interested in joining my test group? Type of thing.
Awesome. I mean, it simplifies it to me. I'm that old school Raina Post-it. So I'm like 5 times a day. I'm like, here's what I'm wearing. I'm at Starbucks. It's awesome. Like all this, pretty much just like mundane, like this is my life kind of thing. I throw in one call to action a day. But I do see, the names that you were throwing out. I recognize 2 of them as top 100 coaches at this point, and that is the way that their posting has morphed. I'm not an Instagram girl, so you're seeing kind of the new wave of business runners and business builders that I definitely want my coaches to recognize. Is there any way to take us to your Instagram?
Let me try.
I'll let you go in about 10 minutes. If you do this.
Can I ask a question about? Well, I'm gonna. Almost made me choke on strawberries. So Lindsey, you're not a new coach, but it's evolved fairly quickly then. In terms of Success Club, because I know that I was going to say Raina because I looked at the screen, but she's not Raina. That Kate mentioned. How have your points averaged out, I guess, in 2017 so far? I guess that's a question I have.
I'm hitting Success Club anywhere between 8 to 10.
Okay. And that's changed, or you've noticed a change since you've noticed, or since you've made changes with your posting and all that stuff?
I mean, I guess you could say maybe, but and I could go into how I do my power hour, but that'll take too long. So even if I post, call to actions and I don't get any call to actions, I'm still going through and I'm finding people to talk to. So that's another, and it's just random people. And that's another thing that I have completely stepped out of. Was I was afraid to talk to all of these people, even if they didn't like my post. Like, I have nothing to talk to them about. But that's not true. Like, I would go through and I'd find things that we have in common and just make conversation off of that. So I don't know if this is my Success Club points are just because of my posting, or if it's, I've been consistent with it.
Right. Okay. I like that. I keep getting drawn back to your meal plan picture, because that's the picture that I would stop at for sure. Like, wait, I need I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so this is my Instagram page. They're basically all the same from Facebook. Like this picture only got 59 likes, but on Facebook it got 120 some. So, I mean, from day to day, and to be honest, I use the same hashtags every single time. No matter what my post is, I used to change it up and, kind of, like I said, again, go off of what the picture is. But honestly, I just use the same one every single time. And I need to update them because, as we grow, in ourselves, we'll change. And some of my posts or my hashtags need to be updated. But
Okay. Last question.
okay.
What's giving you the confidence to dye your hair purple, talk to more people, post more intimate things? Like you weren't this person in September. Hell, you weren't this person in February or March.
Honestly, I knew that if I wanted to make this business work, I was going to have to step outside of my comfort zone, and I was going to have to start talking about the coaching opportunity, even though I've never ran a coach sneak peek. I've never done a training. I've never done XYZ, but I still want to move my business forward, and I want to help other people that have been in my shoes, that are in my shoes. And so for me to do that, I knew that I was going to have to step up. I was going to have to share my story more. I was going to have to stop worrying that if I hurt anybody's feelings or if I made them mad, if my old boss was going to find out that I was posting that I didn't like my job. I kind of just threw all that on the back burner and just thought, if I don't think about what these people think of me, this is going to help me move forward.
No, I love that. Yeah, for sure. And that's where I got in mine as well. I just, you have this new way that you're doing it. And I just love it. And okay, so I lied. My last question.
Okay.
What's your personal development?
The universe has your back.
Shit, how did I not know that? I think that's going to be everybody's next one.
Yeah. Before that, it was get over your damn self. And that one was an eye-opener, too. It kind of gave me the stop being a baby, and if you want to do this, you're going to have to really just do it. And so those were game changers for me.
That sure reminds me of me in 2016. I love it. I love it. No, I am. Do you feel like I just have more questions. I'm sorry. I'll let you go at 7:30.
I don't even know what time it is. I have until 8, so.
I know, but I got to go to fireworks and get eaten alive by mosquitoes. Do you feel like you're having a deeper connection with the challengers that sign with you and the coaches that sign with you at this point? Or is it just, kind of hit or miss?
It's kind of hit or miss. I mean, I've had more people come to me with my open-ended questions than I did before. I have noticed that. And usually, like I said, it's either on a comment or they message me, what group are you talking about? And, just jumping in and explaining to them, that way. But what was the question? I think I kind of went the long way around that.
Just if say you sign 5 people in a month, are you connecting with all 5 of them and being able to take them through the journey? Or do you sign with 5 of them and only connect with 3 of them and the other 2 just, get their stuff and never, return any of your messages or post in the group or aren't active or anything like that?
Yeah, that's 2 out of the 5 will probably do that, but the other 3 I will make connections with. And, you know, I always try to think there must have been something that drew them to me. You know, maybe it was all the emojis, or maybe it was that I shared something that they liked. And I've had more, this month I've probably had more. Last 2 months, I take that back. I've had better interaction with my groups because I think they just see how I talk. I try to talk how I, you know, write it out. Sometimes it always does not always work. I have to message Addie, and I'm like, what would you say? And but yeah, I feel like I'm making those connections better because I'm being me in a post.
How much do you utilize your coach?
A lot. If I don't talk to my coach every single day, either one of us is sick or something is like seriously happening. Like,
yeah.
I use her advice all of the time, especially when I'm stuck. I feel like I'm better at it now than what I used to be because I'm an emerald personality. So I used to message her all the time, but now it's just on smaller things. But she's definitely my lead too.
Do you feel that having her to go to and bounce ideas off and get responses, do you feel ever that you annoy her and that you need to stop, or do you feel like you're doing your job because you're able to communicate with her and that's basically her job? Like and has that feeling changed over the course of the last few months?
Sometimes I do feel like I annoy her. But other times I feel like it really helps me. And she'll ask, she'll be like, does that help? And I'll be like, yeah, or no, I don't really get what you're putting into words here. But yeah, it's definitely helped me by sharing. I don't know how to talk to this person because sometimes people throw curveballs into your conversations and you're like, oh. And so she's helped me with that.
I like that. And just because I know Addie, yeah, she's not annoyed. She wants you to be successful.
I tell her all the time, I'm like, so.
I love it.
I'm not letting you know.
Yeah, no, I want you to come back and I want you to do a new Coach Power Hour, and I want you to show us how you work. I want us to show, and really, if it's possible, I'd like you to show us how you work on Instagram. And this wouldn't be a new Coach Power Hour because I'm going to be like, oh my God, taking notes. But yeah, that is, how many people last month did you sign from Instagram versus Facebook?
One was supposed to sign with as a discount or a coach, but something came up, but it was all through Facebook this time.
Okay. You still planting those seeds?
Yep.
Do you do your Power Hour mostly on Instagram or like split 50-50, or how do you do that?
So it, it kind of just goes back to how many connections or things that I have to do from Facebook, but I'll do an actual Power Hour through Facebook and then a Power Hour through Instagram. So, and I try to break those up in between.
Okay. All right. This has been fun. I like picking your brain. It's very nice. Are you working? Do you have any working coaches right now?
Two. Sorry. At 4 a.m. brain. Sorry.
You're all good. All right. We'll let your brain rest. Yeah, I'll get in touch with you about running a Power Hour, and I look forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.